Good morning, this is your daily outlook for Wednesday the 19th of October. The euro rallied against the greenback during last night's US session after a report from the UK's Guardian newspaper said that Germany and France agreed on a $2 trillion rescue deal to fight Europe's debt problems. But the investors' risk appetite remains in check after rating agency Moody's cut Spain's rating by 2 notches to A1 from AA2. It seems that investors' attention is focused on this week's EU summit, which is expected to result in a plan to resolve Europe's sovereign debt crisis. Against the dollar, the euro initially fell to 136.56 from 137.87, but today the pair rallied to trade above the 138 level at 138.39. Versus the Japanese yen, the single currency gained 1.4%, jumping to 106.22 from 104.77. The US dollar edged lower against a basket of currencies on Tuesday as investors appear optimistic that the weekend summit will provide a fundamental solution. The producer price index data showed a higher than expected gain of 0.8% in September, while 0.2% was expected. Focus now turns to the consumer price index expected today. The British pound fell yesterday after higher than expected UK inflation data. The consumer price index showed the annual inflation rose to 5.2% in September, which is the highest since September 2008. The figures weighed on the sterling as they raised concerns the UK may suffer from a slow growth and elevated inflation levels. Against the dollar, sterling dipped to 156.31 from 158.21, but today the pair trimmed some of its losses to trade at 157.69. Eyes now turn to the Bank of England policy meeting minutes that may provide an insight on which policymakers voted in favour of extending the size of the bank's quantitative easing programme. Looking at commodities now, we saw oil prices gain 4.1%, rising to $89.01 a barrel from $85.53. Gold dropped to $1,626.84 an ounce from $1,676.60, but later rebounded to $1,665.06. Silver edged lower at $30.35 an ounce from $31.99 and later recovered to trade as high as $32.29. Now let's take a look at what the currencies are doing this morning. The euro-dollar pivot point is at 138.30 with a preference to enter into short positions at 138.20. The dollar-yen pivot point is at 77 with a preference to enter into short positions at 76.95. The Aussie dollar pivot point is at 101.85 with a preference to enter into long positions at 101.85. The sterling dollar pivot point is at 157.90 with a preference to enter into short positions at 157.80, and the dollar CAD pivot point is at 102 with a preference to enter into short positions at 102. And looking at commodities, the oil pivot point is at 87.35 with a preference to enter into long positions at 87.35. The gold pivot point is at 1643 with a preference to enter into long positions at 1643. And the silver pivot point is at 31.20 with a preference to enter into long positions at 31.20. And of course, for up-to-date information, please visit our website. On today's calendar, the market movers are the consumer price index in September forecast to gain 0.3%, and housing starts in September to rise to 0.59 million. Now on to equities. The European bourses were mixed, with the FTSE down 0.48%, the DAX was up 0.31%, and the CAC was down 0.79%. In the US, we saw positive figures with the SP 500 up 2.04% and the Dow was up 1.58%. At the time of writing, the Nikkei was up 0.32% and the Hang Seng was up 1.25%. It's been your Daily Outlook. I am Emma Andre from the Easy Forex Dealing Room. Have a good day.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager is waiting for you now.